Hello everyone, in this video I am going to tell Bhagavad Gita shloka number 15.6. In the previous shloka, Lord Krishna said that those who are free from false prestige, illusion and false association, and who understand the eternal, and who are done with the material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who unbewildered know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. Let us begin with this shloka. न तद्भाषयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. The meaning: na, not; tat, that; bhashayate, illuminates; suryah, the sun; na, nor; shashankah, the moon; na, nor; pavakah, fire; electricity; yat, where; gatva, going; na, never; nivartante, they come back; tat dhama, that abode; paramam, supreme; mama, mine. The whole meaning is that supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. Srila Prabhupada explains, the spiritual world, the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, which is known as Krishna Loka, Goloka Vrindavana, is described here. In the spiritual sky, there is no need of sunshine, moonshine, fire, or electricity, because all the planets are self-luminous. We have only one planet in this universe, the sun, which is self-luminous. But all the planets in the spiritual sky are self-luminous. The shining effulgence of all those planets, called Vaikunthas, constitutes the shining sky known as the Brahma Jyoti. Actually, the effulgence is emanating from the planet of Krishna, Goloka Vrindavana. Part of that shining effulgence is covered by the Mahat Tattva, the material world. Other than this, the major portion of that shining sky is full of spiritual planets, which are called Vaikunthas, chief of which is Goloka Vrindavana. As long as a living entity is in this dark material world, he is in conditional life. But as soon as he reaches the spiritual sky by cutting through the false perverted tree of this material world, he becomes liberated. Then there is no chance of his coming back here. In his conditional life, the living entity considers himself to be the lord of this material world. But in his liberated state, he enters into the spiritual kingdom and becomes an associate of the Supreme Lord. There he enjoys eternal bliss, eternal life, and full knowledge. One should be captivated by this information. He should desire to transfer himself to that eternal world and extricate himself from this false reflection of reality. For one who is too much attached to this material world, it is very difficult to cut that attachment. But if he takes to Krishna consciousness, then there's a chance of gradually becoming detached. One has to associate himself with devotees, those who are in Krishna consciousness. One should search out society dedicated to Krishna consciousness and learn how to discharge devotional service. In this way, he can cut off his attachment to the material world. One cannot become detached from the attraction of the material world simply by dressing himself in saffron cloth. He must become attached to the devotional service of the Lord. Therefore, one should take it very seriously that devotional service, as described in the 12th chapter, is the only way to get out of this false representation of the real tree. In chapter 14, the contamination of all kinds of processes by material nature is described. Only devotional service is described as purely transcendental. The words Paramam Mama are very important here. Actually, every nook and corner is the property of the Supreme Lord, but the spiritual world is Paramam, full of the six opulences. The Katha Upanishad 2.2.15 also confirms that the spiritual world, there is no need of sunshine, moonshine or stars. Natatra Suryo Bhatina Chandra Tarakam. For the spiritual sky is illuminated by the eternal potency of the Supreme Lord. That supreme abode can be achieved only by surrender and by no other means. Thank you for watching, and I will tell the next sloka in the next video.